Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out from the 36. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The play fake on first down to throw. Coming out aggressively. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Bettis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Makes the grab, it's Turner. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on third down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
The Gators will snap it on first and 10. Gonna run it. It's Turner. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Bettis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Looking for more room. He's at the touchdown Wolverine. And they turn it into a defensive score.
I mean, does the start get any better for this defense? You force a third down, passing situation, great pass defense. Not only that, break on the football, make the interception, and take it all the way back to the house. The tone has been set in this ballgame.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. Looking for room at the 40. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Lost the fire on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Punt is on its way. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback may change this route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires complete on the crosser. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
They want to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football, and he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Turner. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quick completion on the out route. Turns it on in midfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Touchdown, Florida! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Play of the quarter coming. Quarterback keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Flowers. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Rush is on him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Allen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Still looking on the move. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Power football with the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The offense changing the play. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Montgomery. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Looking for space, it's Turner. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
The Gators will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him for the sack and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Scrambling away. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Jones to throw. Lets it fly. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these end routes, but good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Dennis. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Going to run it. It's Turner. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Throws to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Turner. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Makes the grab. It's Abrams. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback keeps it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Wants to adjust the pattern. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Buys a little time. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Dennis. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The Freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. He wants to change this route. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. They make for tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's going for the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. Just threw that one way too far.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Catch in the middle. It's Flowers. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Flowers. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Back to pass on second down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Gator! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He gets the 2-point conversion, and we have ourselves a 13-point game. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dennis. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Making side adjustments here. Fires on the run. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And the Wolverines will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Looking to throw again. Finds his man. It's Flowers. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. On 4th down, going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Flowers. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Defense playing a bail technique. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now, setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And the most important thing is the clock ticking for this defense. But you get a stop right here on fourth down, and this ball game is over. So one big stop, and you end this thing.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Dennis. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Throwing on the run. Snatches it on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. I don't think the pressure is going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, got to have it right now. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires into traffic.